this is Mehe over here at Sacred Kernel. I'm doing a Next72 for Lightworkers, for the Lightworker Collective. Next72, I will be doing, just the little daily summaries for TikTok as well, so keep an eye out for that. But I just want to get into the full read. Let's go. All right, so make a wish. That's what we have for day one. Oracle cards are, just advice from spirit, something to bear in mind. The tarot is the tone of the day, and then I use these playing cards for a, significant moment or something to look out for during the day. Okay, let's break down on day one. Break down day one. Not break down on day one. My goodness, break down day one. Make a wish. Pick up this card. Look at this. The unicorn. This is a magical moment. Make a wish and enjoy its manifestation. Oh, that's one thing I love about this card, actually. I didn't realize it for a little while, but look at her, right? She's a mermaid. You see that? She's a mermaid, and it's a unicorn. But the wish, right? This is their world. Her wish, I always see it like this, is to be human. Look at that. She's, the reflection is her with her legs and a horse. But this whole deck is about, mermaids and stuff. So her wish, there's something, really romantic to me about a magical being wishing to be human. So yeah, make a wish. I love that. Okay. Tone of the day, we have the Empress. Oh, I love the Handel deck too, by the way, if you're not super familiar with it. I've had it for a while, but the Empress, this Empress, I really think of her kind of like, almost like the High Priestess in the traditional tarot. Because this Empress isn't just like, she's not just a wife and a mom, which is kind of like the Empress in the traditional, she kind of is, she's mystical, right? She's a muse, sure, she's fertile, look at her, but she's also more than that. She's the total package, absolutely. The Empress. And then we have the Four of Cups in reverse. So the Four of Cups in this deck is not the same vibe as the traditional Four of Cups. This one, well, this whole deck in general is really useful if you're intuit from the images of the cards. Like if you're someone that kind of can see things in the cards, pick up details in the read. The Handel deck is great for that. This Four of Cups, though, the Mixed Happiness card, is kind of like, how do I put it? It's like, so do you see how these cups are still facing each other? Okay, they're still in pairs together. This is different from other decks, like the traditional Rider-Waite deck, where it's like the three cups together and then there's the one separate. And even, for example, like decks that kind of play with the other side of that, where there's, the protagonist looking at the single cup and not the three cups, like in my Crow deck, for example. These cups are paired, okay? They're facing each other. And so when it's like this, it really kind of seems like, there is success, but with a catch. In reverse, this is kind of like a project that is ongoing, right? It feels like, you've maybe had to reel in your expectations in a way of whatever the situation was. You needed to reel in your expectations a little bit, but you're not completely discouraged from the situation, okay? The general tone of the day, from what I'm feeling on this day one, is that you're just kind of reconnecting with your own power, right? You just acknowledging that you are this being, right? You're this Empress, foot in the water, with the staff like fire, and the snake, and the, you are this whole complete total mystical package, this wonderful mystical woman, the Empress, this wish fulfillment. you are a light worker. And just knowing that you can have what you wish for, right? If you manifest it, just reconnect with yourself and your connection to spirit. Remember that you are a holy being, and just kind of, recalibrate those expectations. Maybe take some contemplation time, okay? Have a nice spiritual bath or shower, a cleansing ritual, and then kind of marinate on your options. Something to look out for, we have the Ace of Diamonds. Ace of Diamonds is like a gift, okay? The Three of Hearts, this card I see is like someone who has been healing from a relationship, or they're healing from their previous interaction, and they're ready to start again. Like it's like coming off of that moment where you're still kind of tender, but you're entering the world once more. You're ready to mingle now, and you're kind of being optimistic for the future. Then we have the Ten of Clubs here. Please ignore my dog in the background. She's a little bit bored. She's chewing on stuff. The Ten of Clubs is unexpected money as well. So it really seems like, look out on this day for either something's going to come in for your business, for in work, you're going to get unexpected income, maybe a bonus, or a sale or something like that. Or it could even just be like you find a new connection, or it's going to be a fruitful partner for you. I'm really sensing that, even though this is the love card, because these two are more like material, that it could even take the form of a friend who maybe could be a little bit more, but someone who's going to be able to assist you in your personal goals as well. So that's what we're bearing in mind for day one. It's make a wish. Really get clear on what you want, okay? Really get clear, like meditate a lot. Really get clear on what you want so you can make that manifestation as strong as possible, all right? You need to also meditate just so you can feel grounded and connected with spirit, recalibrate yourself, and then also keep an eye out for some unexpected boon, a reward from spirit for your faith. Okay, let's get into day two now. Day two, friendship. Aww. And then we have the Father of Cups in the north, the King of Cups. And then we have the Nine of Cups, also called Fortune. The Ace of Hearts. The Ace of Clubs. Come on now. And the Eight of Clubs. I don't know if you can see that here. Focus. Okay. So let's pick up this card. Friendship. A little picnic. A little picnic. Oh my god, the manatee even has a little teacup. He's got a manatee cup. Oh, forgive me. Forgive me and my puns. All right. Make a date for a play day with one or more friends. Oh yeah, bring in some positive energy. I love that. They look like they're having a blast. Friendship. Okay. And then one thing I also really enjoy about this deck too is how each suit kind of has like its own kind of cultural vein. This one we have Norse mythology, so the King of Cups is also Odin, who happens to be one of my favorites because I am, have an affinity, like a connection to ravens. I really enjoy them. They're my favorite. I even got them tattooed on me here. But yeah, and he has ravens. They're his thought and memory, Hujin and Munin. Anyway, the Father of Cups in the north, he's the King of Cups, but with Odin's energy as well. Like this King of Cups, okay, so the cups are like the emotional, suit, but the King of Cups in the traditional deck is kind of like he's an emotionally mature individual for sure, but it's like you can tell that he's a softie. You can tell that he's soft. He's not a pushover, but you can tell that he's a softie. Odin over here, look at him. Okay, he's one-eyed. He's the king. He's also the god of war. All right, he's a god of a lot of things, but this guy is kind of like, he's a little rough around the edges for the emotional king, isn't he? So that's not really how I read him at all. We have this energy, and then we also have the Nine of Cups energy. Nine of Cups energy typically is one of where you have pretty much everything you could possibly ask for or wish for by yourself. You're completely self-contained. It's just like there's just one little thing that's missing to make it the Ten of Cups, to make it the whole 9 yards. This is kind of like, you know, if you can imagine someone that's got a stable like home, they got a stable career, they got, you know, a car, they got everything except for, you know, their mate, or they have, you know, their mate and they have everything but except for they're like a little bit lacking in their career or something like that. It's just like they have everything except for one last little thing that would make everything perfect. This card is of near perfect happiness. So for me, what I'm sensing already for this day, the energy of this day, is that you're going to be feeling a lot of this energy. You are going to be, as the King of Cups, but Odin's King of Cups, someone who has, you've been able to achieve this emotional even keel because of all of the emotional, like, storms, the tempests that you've already weathered. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is someone who they've already like ran around, crashed around, screamed to the heavens, you know, so many times in their life that they are now, you know, tempered at this point. Because also, like, if you can imagine this, the fighting, you know, he's so wise because he's been there, you know, like he's maybe not crying big fat tears anymore because he's already cried big fat tears, and it's just a card of knowing when is the time to cry those big fat tears and when is not the time to cry those big fat tears. You know, it's just with maturity you gain that ruler of like, how bad is it, you know, is this the end of the world? No, it's not. So this card is one of like, we're coming off of day one where we needed to kind of recalibrate our expectations and ground ourselves. And this card right here is kind of like a success card that we're actually doing it. And not in a way where it's like, oh, I guess I need to give up on that. No, it's more like I need to, I just have a better, more stable understanding of where things are. And then the reason why I'm getting that as well is because of the card here that says, you know, make a date for play date with your friends. It still seems like you're still going to go out, put yourself out there, you know, maybe go have that lunch or, you know, that date or whatever. But it's like, you know, it's not going to be the same as it was 2 days ago, you know, like you've done some healing just in that 24-hour period. And Spirit is just kind of confirming that you have the strength, you have the tools for it. I need to go let my dog out in a second. Actually, I'm going to go do that real quick. Give me one moment. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so something to look out for this day 2 is we have the Ace of Hearts. The Ace of Hearts is a new relationship. This is a new love card. Boom. Right there in your face. New love. And then we have the Ace of Clubs. The Ace of Clubs is wealth. All right, boom, happiness, good news with this new love. Isn't that amazing? That's why I was like, oh, come on now. And then we have the Eight of Clubs. The Eight of Clubs is kind of like the only thing that's kind of putting a damper on this part of the read, because this is a challenge, right? So this isn't going to be like a happy, easy kind of, you know, fairy tale type love, or maybe it is, because there's challenges in fairy tales too, isn't there? But basically it's like, here you are, right? Here you are grounding yourself, reconnecting with spirit, and feeling generally optimistic for the next day, right? You come into this next day, you're feeling good about yourself, like, hey, you know, I am quite the catch. Like, I got everything going for me. Nothing really can hold me back at this point in time, because I know, like, I'm confident in myself and everything I've been through. And then boom, wha-bam, day 2, you get hit with maybe someone's going to approach you, a new love is going to approach you. They want to take a leap of faith with you, but it's not going to be easy. There's going to be a challenge here, and it's going to be up to you. It's going to be up to you and your new boo to decide, like, is this challenge going to make or break this connection? But, I mean, Spirit's being really generally supportive here in this energy, so I kind of feel like there might be, this is divinely guided, you know? Because I'm not sensing any sort of warning here. All I'm sensing is Spirit saying, like, acknowledging that there may be a need for manifestation, there may be a need for recalibration, there may be a real challenge, you know? But they're also saying you have the tools right inside of you, you know? Make a wish is what they're saying. They're saying, talk to me, say it, speak the fear, right? Friendship, make a date for play day with one or more friends. There's this encouraging you to go for it. That's how I feel. And then let's go into day 3. Let's just round it out. Let's see what comes out. Father healing. Then we have the 6 of stones, also called success. And then we have the 9 of swords, also called cruelty. We have the 5 of clubs. We have the 2 of diamonds. And then we have the 6 of spades. Okay, here, let me pick it up. Father healing. Yes. Poseidon over here. So if you can see the little bubble. All right, your personal power increases as you give any father-related issues to heaven. Okay. So this one, this feels connected to that challenge. This feels connected to that challenge that we were talking about for day 2, that 8 of clubs. Okay. I actually want to look at this too before I get into the tone of the day. So we have the 5 of clubs. 5 of clubs is like a friend, a new friend. The 2 of diamonds is like disappointment in a relationship or an affair or like deceit or like betrayal. It's not really the best card. And then we have 6 of spades. 6 of spades is kind of like, it's kind of like an upswing, like things are starting to pick back up, but it's not like a really big success or a big victory or anything. It's just kind of like things starting to turn around. Okay. So for the 6 of stones, 6 of stones is kind of like the 6 of pentacles anyway. This card paired with the cruelty, so, you know, the 9 of swords. The 9 of swords here in reverse. So the 9 of swords energy is kind of like the bark being worse than the bite of the situation. Like maybe your dreams or you're thinking of it worse than what the reality of it is. With it being in the reverse kind of makes me feel like this is referencing a real blockage, like, you know, yes, there is something to be worried about. There is something to consider and mull over and try and understand. But with the use of the 9 of swords in reverse to convey this message makes me feel like it's not an insurmountable challenge, okay? There are other cards that would be more appropriate if this particular situation was something that Spirit was trying to discourage you from, okay? This feels like a challenge that is conquerable if you so choose to participate in attempting to conquer it, okay? So if you are connecting to Spirit, you're grounded, you're remembering your lessons learned, then you can overcome this and achieve, all of the successes that come from, overcoming one of Spirit's trials. You get a big reward after that. So it's up to you if you want to pursue that or not. Okay, and remember the advice is your personal power increases as you give any father-related issues to heaven. And when they were talking about father-related issues, so when we think about that, think of like, your classic paternal energy, that maybe being concerned with protection, being concerned with, having a strong foundation, finances, being defensive of, the ones that you care about, family, that kind of stuff. When we think of mother-related issues, we're thinking about more emotional things, but when we think about father-related stuff, it's more stuff that's related to security, personal security, confidence, that kind of stuff. So if you're feeling like insecure about yourself, or you're feeling like vulnerable or things like that, that is the shadow work that you need to address. That is what you need to ask Spirit for guidance for, ask Spirit for the strength for, to overcome. That's what you need to meditate on, journal about it until you come to some sort of answer. Because once you do that, you're going to open up the pathway. You're going to help clear away the blockage. You're going to help clear away this blockage. Okay, that's the advice. The Six of Pentacles in the situation, okay, this card is, I keep saying it, but like these are not like exactly like the same as the traditional tarot. This one really does mean kind of like, so in the traditional tarot, the Six of Pentacles is kind of like a gift, like a charity, like something being brought in for you. But when I see the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Stones here, it's called Stones, I really think of like something that comes, a reward that comes from your own work. Like it's not just like, oh, look at this amazing gift, I'm so lucky, I'm blessed, thank you. It's definitely that's part of it. It is a divine blessing, but it's also like you had to work to get here. You worked to get here. So this card is also kind of like, it's like validation for the work that you put in to get this divine reward, right? So it's about having the confidence in yourself. Like, look how far you've come. Look how far you've come. Remember that you're blessed. And then then take a look at whatever this challenge is. How big is it? Is it worth missing out on that greater divine reward from overcoming the challenge? Or is it something that is just kind of not appropriate for you? You've built all this already. Maybe you don't need another challenge right now. So that's just stuff to keep in mind. When we're talking about these cards down here, so disappointment in relationships, right? New friend, right? Upswing. I kind of feel like this challenge could be someone in your life that maybe they mean well, but they're not really helping. They're not really helping the situation here, okay? What I'm getting is that there's someone who maybe they don't have all the information, maybe they are just, there's something that's blinding them to all of the details or all the facts, or they're just like coming in with their own preconceived notions. But what I feel is that there's going to be some sort of outside influence in your situation that is going to be a negative influence. It's all connected to this challenge that the challenge that's going to face you on your your pursuit to this leap of faith that you're working on. So just really keep that in mind. Okay. Thanks for watching. Here's your read. I hope that it helped, and I hope you have a wonderful Next 72.